Welcome to Mindful Minerva. Have you ever found yourself questioning the trustworthiness of others or struggling to rely on people in your life? Trust issues are more common than you might think, and they can have a significant impact on our relationships and well-being. In this video, we'll dive deep into this topic and explore 5 signs that may indicate you're dealing with them. Sign number 1. Constant suspicion. Do you ever notice yourself feeling uncertain about what someone truly means or intends, even when they haven't done anything to make you doubt them? This feeling of constant suspicion could be a sign that you find it hard to trust people easily. Sometimes, past experiences where someone broke your trust might make you more careful about trusting others now. When you keep doubting people's intentions all the time, it can create a wall between you and others. It might stop you from making strong and healthy connections with people because you're always worried they might not be honest with you. When you've had experiences in the past where someone let you down or did something to break your trust, it can make you more cautious in new relationships. This lingering feeling of not fully trusting others can stick around, even when you're with people who are genuinely trustworthy. This constant doubt might make it hard for you to feel comfortable and relaxed in relationships. It can lead to unnecessary stress and tension because you're always worried about being let down or hurt again. Over time, if you always suspect others without any reason, it might become a habit that's tough to break. It could make it challenging to build strong connections and friendships. Constantly being suspicious might not only affect your relationships, but also how you feel about yourself. Finding ways to build trust and gradually letting go of past experiences could help ease these feelings of suspicion and allow for healthier, happier connections with others. Sign number 2. Codependency. Sometimes, when you have trouble trusting others, there might be a less obvious sign called codependency. This happens when you rely too much on other people to feel good about yourself or to feel like you're worth something. When you have trust issues, you might start depending a lot on others to make you feel okay. You might seek their approval or want them to make you feel secure. This dependency can make your relationships uneven and might make it hard to set healthy limits or rules. If you feel like you need someone else's approval or support all the time to feel good about yourself, it might be a sign of codependency. This happens when you rely too much on others to feel valued or secure. When you have a hard time trusting others, you might start depending on them too much, wanting them to make you feel okay. This can make your relationships unbalanced, where one person needs the other too much. It might also make it tough to set fair boundaries or rules in your relationships. Codependency can show up when you constantly seek validation or reassurance from others because you're not sure about yourself. You might think you need someone else's approval to feel worthy or secure. This can create problems in how you relate to others because it's like relying too heavily on them to make you feel good. It might make it hard to have equal and healthy relationships because one person might depend too much on the other. Setting boundaries becomes difficult, and it can lead to issues in maintaining a healthy balance in relationships. Before we discuss the next sign, please take a moment now to subscribe to the channel. Your support would be greatly appreciated and would help grow the channel for others out there that can benefit from these various psychology topics. With that, let's get right back into it. Sign number 3. Inability to forgive. Forgiving someone can be really hard, especially if they did something that hurt you a lot in the past. But if you find it really tough to forgive, it might mean you have some big trust issues. When you can't forgive someone, it's like there's a wall between you and them. Keeping those bad feelings about what happened in the past stops you from moving forward and making things better. It makes it hard to build trust again and have better relationships. When something bad happens and you hold on to those hurt feelings, it might mean you find it hard to forgive. This inability to forgive might come from not being able to trust easily. You might feel like you can't let go of what happened because you're worried it might happen again. But when you can't forgive, it's like you're stuck in the past and it stops you from making things better between you and the other person. It makes it tough to build trust again and have happier relationships. If you've been hurt or let down in the past, it can be really tough to forgive and move on. But when you can't forgive, it can create a barrier between you and the person who hurt you. It's like there's a big wall stopping you from having a good relationship. Hanging on to those bad feelings from the past might make it hard for you to trust that person again. It's important to work on forgiving because it helps in healing and makes it easier to build trust and have better relationships in the future. Sign number 4. Persistent jealousy. Feeling jealous sometimes is normal, but if you often feel jealous without a good reason, it might mean you have trouble trusting others. When you feel jealous a lot, especially for no real reason, it could be because you're not very sure about yourself and you don't trust people easily. If you're always doubting whether your partner is being honest or feeling worried when someone else does well, it might make your relationships harder and make it even more difficult to trust others. Sometimes, it's okay to feel a little jealous, but if it happens a lot for no clear reason, it might mean you find it hard to trust others. Feeling jealous often without a good reason might happen because deep down, you might feel unsure about yourself or your relationships. When you're always wondering if your partner is being truthful or feeling upset when someone else succeeds, it might make it tough for your relationships to stay strong. This constant jealousy could make it even harder for you to believe and have faith in others. If you frequently feel jealous, and it's not really because of something real, it might show that trusting others is a challenge for you. When you keep feeling this way, especially without a good reason, it might be because you're not very confident in yourself or your relationships. When you always doubt your partner's honesty or feel upset when others achieve something, it can strain your relationships. This constant jealousy might make it even more difficult for you to build and keep trust with others. Sign number 5. You hold grudges. Do you struggle to forget about things that have hurt you in the past? Holding grudges, which means staying angry about something that happened before, is something many people with trust issues tend to do. Whether it's a friend who disappointed you a long time ago or a coworker who broke your trust, keeping these bad feelings can stop you from making new friends and fixing relationships you already have. When you find it hard to let go of bad things that happened in the past, it might mean you hold grudges. This happens a lot to people who have a tough time trusting others. Maybe a close friend let you down a while ago, or an associate you worked with broke your trust. Keeping these bad feelings inside can make it tricky to make new friends and make things better with people you already know. If you're finding it tough to forget about things from the past that hurt you, it might mean you're holding grudges. People who have trouble trusting others often do this. It could be because someone you trusted before did something that made you upset, like a friend not being there for you or a colleague breaking your trust. Keeping these bad feelings inside can make it harder to make new friends or fix things with people you already know. Dealing with trust issues means taking time to think about yourself and being open to making changes. To start trusting others more, you need to begin by fixing things inside yourself. This means healing from things that hurt you in the past, making sure you set fair rules for yourself, and learning how to talk honestly with others. At times, talking to a therapist or counselor can really help when you're trying to understand and solve problems about trust. Recognizing these signs is the first step to feeling better and having better relationships. It's absolutely okay to ask for help and take steps to get over trust issues. By doing so, you will free up so much weight that has been holding you back in life and can move forward on focusing on the present moment as well as your future experiences. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so for more valuable insights on all things psychology. It would greatly be appreciated and will help reach a larger audience who might be interested in various psychology topics that they haven't been able to come across yet. Until next time, take care and we will see you in the next video.